Hello everyone and welcome. This is your second stimulus check update, second stimulus package update for today, which is Monday, November 2nd, 2020, the day before Election Day. It's finally here. What's that going to bring in terms of stimulus? Honestly, nobody really knows. Nancy Pelosi, Steve Mnuchin have not been speaking. However, they are set to speak today. What's the election going to bring in terms of stimulus package talks? Is it going to get ramped up? Is it actually going to slow down? Have some information about that. And what are economists and other lawmakers saying about the need for stimulus right now? Plus, some big news. Are we going to be seeing multiple stimulus checks? Are we going to be seeing monthly stimulus checks or possibly just a second and a third round of stimulus checks? I have some information here about that as well. And even if something doesn't get passed through Congress, there's still a chance you could get a stimulus check. Hey everyone, my name is Randy. Welcome to the Late Night Grind. This is a brand new YouTube channel. I am discussing stimulus talks, stimulus package updates, things like that. It's a topic that I love to research. If you're new to this channel, I would appreciate if you would hit that subscribe button, subscribe to this channel, and also hit that thumbs up. It really helps out with that YouTube algorithm and helps smaller channels like myself grow. All right, let's get into it. So with Election Day coming tomorrow, we still don't know what that's going to bring in terms of how frequent and what's going to be discussed in terms of the stimulus package. If the Trump administration stays in office, what's that going to do? Is Nancy Pelosi going to step up to the table and continue to discuss, have discussions with Steve Mnuchin in regards to stimulus packages? Economists are getting more aggressive, pushing Congress and those involved in these talks that stimulus is needed now more than ever. And as the weeks go by, it's getting worse and worse in terms of the outlook. Former head of the Congressional Budget Office, Wendy Goldberg, actually recently spoke with Business Insider, and she basically just said, without additional stimulus, it could take years, and she's not the only one saying this, but years to get back to the pre-pandemic levels. Could cause irreparable damage, not just to infrastructure, but just things like manufacturing, unemployment could be unstable for years. A lot of the signs, a lot of the economists, the things that they're pointing to when they're talking about this, it's not made any better by the fact that this by the cases and by this pandemic seems to be kind of going up and down as they kind of predicted. What's going to happen? They're talking about shutdowns. Europe's having shutdowns now. Are certain states going to have shutdowns now? Are certain counties within states? We don't really know what that's going to look like, but we do know it has a major, major impact on things like unemployment, company revenue, and just the economy in general. And it does not look good when that happens. Like I said earlier, Steve Mnuchin and Nancy Pelosi, they actually have not spoken together since they last sent letters back and forth to each other last week. They are supposed to talk later today, so we'll see what comes of that. They've been having these 45-minute to 1-hour phone calls. A lot of times, not a lot comes of it. Occasionally, some good news comes out of it. But my guess is they're going to be just continuing to go back and forth with what that money's going to go for. The biggest sticking point they've had is the money for state and local governments. Republicans, Mitch McConnell, is against it because they feel it's just a blank check for Democrats to write billion-dollar checks to blue states that need bailout money. Nancy Pelosi, of course, has said, no, this is directly related to the virus, which has caused all these economic impacts, not just in blue states, but across the board. So we'll see what comes of those talks today. So recently, a couple economists, as well as some other reporters, have been talking about different comments that they've been seeing made by not just Donald Trump and Mitch McConnell, but Nancy Pelosi, as well as some others, like the Problem Solvers Caucus that put forth their own version of the stimulus plan. And it's looking like, in terms of if anything gets passed, you're probably going to end up seeing multiple stimulus checks. Now, this round, we're talking about the second round, the second stimulus package, which of course, will likely have stimulus checks in it. The Problem Solvers Caucus, what they've put forth, has a third round, probably in the winter or maybe the spring, depending on what things look like in terms of getting another stimulus check. And here's some even better news. Some states are actually taking things into their own hands and actually getting stimulus money into the hands of their residents. Now, there's going to be more information coming out on that as well. I'm going to put out another video specifically talking about that, but that's some really good news in terms of who that's going to and how that's going to happen. You'll definitely want to check that out. You can do that by clicking that notification bell below. After you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified when I put out videos, when I cover the topics like this. Like I said, the next one, going to be talking about which states are actually taking it upon themselves to hand out stimulus checks. All right, that's going to be it for today, guys. We'll see what comes of Nancy and Steve's talks later today. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.